What's up, guys? So this is our very first podcast. We've been working on the setup. We have Eric. He's a software engineer here at Cordova Financial, and we're gonna do a few of these. You guys tell us if you like them, if you don't like them, if you hate it or whatever. But since it's the first podcast, Eric's the guest. He's the one that has built this whole podcast area. You guys have no idea how much work this man has put into this. But what's up, Eric?
Oh, what's up? No, yeah. I'm glad we finally got the podcasting set up because it was we did it the first time and we had like the cameras and everything set up, but we were recording like 480p quality, so that it was trash. Now we got it's like a whole studio up in here.
Yeah, man. Now we're finally set, and you guys probably watched my stuff in the past. And normally we do stuff in Espanol, but what we figure we're gonna do some in Espanol and some of them in English, so that audience that likes the content more in English can get to see this stuff as well. And then they get a little bit of both. And then we'll have different members of the team jump on and do a podcast. But Eric put so much work into this podcast, it was only right for us to do the first one.
Yeah, no, pretty much. No, thanks for having me here. I'm glad I'm here working at Cordova Financial. We're doing some cool stuff, helping people build their credit and fix their credit. And
it's been a journey. And then me and Eric have conversations all the time about, we've been in business for 5 years now. And around probably year number 2, I told Eric, I was like, man, I was so close to quitting and saying, forget this.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where you're like doing so much by yourself and putting so many hats on. But now what Cordova Financial is now is completely different. Having somebody like Eric and the team, and anytime we want to work on automation, is like, he'd tell you, it's like, Eric, can we do this? Eric, can we do that?
Yeah, I know. Like on a daily basis, Israel was always telling me like, "Hey, can we do this? Can we do that?" I'm like, "Of course we can. Like, just let me know, and I'll just get it set up." Yeah.
It's trust me. I'm sure you guys that see the videos and the ones that are not our clients don't see all the stuff that Eric works on. But as far as like everybody that's our client, if you're able to download the app, if you're able to go log in, if you're able to go do all the process, this is a guy behind the scene making sure everything happens and everything's continuing to happen. And we're actually working on more stuff with him that'll tell us how good of a job we're doing to each one of the clients and where we could have areas of improvement. So he's the man behind of tweaking everything in the business to make sure that we are getting better every single day.
Yeah, making sure we can like check the progress, see the results, measure everything, have good data. So that's what we're working on right now.
And then it's like I said, around year number 2, I was telling Eric, I'm like, man, I was so quitting, so close to quitting. But for the ones that don't know, well, Cordova Financial, initially, prior to starting this, I was working for a company for 10 years. And I was putting money into my 401k for 10 years. And then when I decided to say, you know what, we're going to go all in, I took out everything from that 401k and say, let's put it. And then 2 years into the business, I was this close from saying, forget this, man.
Yeah, man, I can only imagine like starting a business from scratch. You don't have all the funds to hire professionals to do all the stuff. So you got to be the one that, takes on all those tasks. If there's something that needs to get done, you got to figure out how to do it. So it's crazy what you were able to do here at the beginning with just yourself, man. It's impressive.
It's at first stressful for the ones that you guys are business owners too. You guys know sometimes 14, 15-hour days to go through the stuff. But at first, like right now, I'll tell you guys, the relief of having somebody that his desk is right next to mine. So it's like, Eric, can we do this? And he's jumping and checking out if we can do something. It's like, okay, I'll have it, done, tomorrow. Sometimes I'm like, hey, give me a couple hours and we'll have it done. It's like on my TikTok, you guys see the phone number that it's on my actual name. If you text that number, it sends you a link to the phone. You can schedule a call.
Yeah. We said we wanted to have like something like automated so people can like reach out, message. So I got that set up so where you message, you get an automatic message back, so it takes you to the link so you can set up a call with the
with the team. And one thing that Eric's is like, hey man, we got to set it up in both English and Spanish, man. And we got to have automation. So he put that in too.
Yeah, you can like you got to make sure you cover all the tracks.
All the tracks, But if you text one for English and then you text 2 and it directs you to Spanish on how you can schedule a call with us, and it's just like we're going to continue to doing things easier, at the same time being compliant to make sure that we're good.
That's very important. Yeah.
So you guys know a little bit behind Eric's background too, and I'll let you guys tell him. But man, he's first generation American. Went to college for engineering, software engineering, and now he's helping us build what you guys see before Cordova Financial, and you guys will definitely start seeing more of his work because we're working on making things more better, efficient, and all that. And that's the man behind the camera, so that way you guys can see him. But I'll let you tell your story.
Yeah, no, pretty much. I was born here in Florida. My parents immigrated here from Mexico, so I'm first generation Mexican American. I went to college for computer engineering. I was there for quite a while, and it was actually a lot of fun. It was definitely hard because it's the first time I was like navigating the college life, and on top of that, I didn't have any friends or anybody that was in software or anything like that. So like all these things that were like brand new concepts to me, but thank goodness that I like working with computers, and I like learning things, I like doing things on my own. So like it was definitely like a good fit.
Yeah. And guys, I mean, a lot of like I said, there's some times it's like, man, you get to high school and you're like, what the hell am I gonna do? You get to that end of the last year, it's like some people already have exactly what they want to do right after high school, and some people are like, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna get myself into. Whenever it was last year in high school, did you know already exactly where you were going?
So I knew I was going to go to college, and I got accepted to the University of Florida, so I already knew I was going to do that. I didn't know I was going to do like computer stuff. I actually went because I wanted to do like a doctor or like, I don't know, biomedical engineering, some type of engineer in like the medical field. Yeah. But as I was taking classes there and I was like meeting people, I realized like, man, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do something else. And then I kept seeing people like programming stuff and doing some cool things like with technology. I'm like, that's what I want to do. So then I just, I had all my courses scheduled like that way. And then I just decided, next semester I'm going to change my stuff. So I changed everything. Yeah. And I just liked it. And I just started doing that. And that's where I ended up. Yeah.
Cool.
So I actually didn't have it all planned out.
No. It kind of worked out that way, innit?
Yeah.
But I think that's a lot of people, honestly. A lot of people jump in and like, all right, I already know what college I'm going to go to, but not just yet do I know what I want to do. And it's just like, no, but at least you did it pretty quickly. Some people go into like 2 or 3 years before they're like, oh no, I'm switching.
Oh yeah, no, that depends. Yeah, it depends. Like, I'm glad I was fortunate enough to figure it out like in the beginning of my college career rather than later, because then that makes it a little bit more difficult, because then you already have a bunch of money invested in it. Because you took like a semester is usually like 4 classes. So if you do it like after a year, you've already 8 classes in, and it depends. Or even further down the line, but it can always work. You can always, if you like something, you'll always make it work. Yeah. If you're passionate about like running a business or whatever, you'll make things work.
And then for anybody watching that is towards choosing whether they should go to college, and would you recommend computer engineering?
I would recommend, if you want to do like be involved in technology, and you want to be involved with computer engineering, definitely there's a big future for it still. And even computer science, even with like AI and everything, a lot of people are scared that AI is going to get rid of like all the computer science jobs. But at the end of the day, there's going to be people that are going to be utilizing AI to build software. Yeah. So it's definitely a good field to get into. And if you want to get into that field, college is pretty good, because you're going to learn a lot of stuff on your own. So like you don't necessarily have to go to college, but the college provides you like an environment where you meet people, and you have like, references and contacts.
Yeah, the resources that can help you throughout. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the one benefit that I see from it, and it definitely helps.
And a lot of people, here's the thing, AI is really smart, but the as far as like using ChatGPT and all, that is really smart. However, the person that's directing that ChatGPT needs to be smart too. So you just can't ask it anything and get the same results. And then whenever you know exactly what prompts to go in there and throw in there, it simplifies everything as far as what you get.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because I use ChatGPT and all these other AI tools on a daily basis. Like, you have, like you said, you have to know how to give it instructions. You have to know, Because if you don't give it good instructions, what it provides you is not going to be good enough.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Some people think it's like, all right, ChatGPT, they get in there and it's like basically Google on steroids, pretty much. You know, and you would see it, but the more creative and the more direct you are with your prompts, the easier whatever you were trying to build becomes. I've noticed, and I don't use it as much as Eric and as in depth as Eric does. But I use it a lot, and as far as what I do, it's just like if you go into my ChatGPT and you're able to get in and you're like asking, who is this guy? It'll tell you exactly what I eat, just about.
Yeah, it's crazy how after all those prompts you give it and information, like it builds a whole profile on you and it knows everything.
It starts getting to know you, man.
Yeah.
And if you go on there and because me, it's just like questions and in general about, things that are happening within the business and making it better and stuff like that. And then referencing cases in court and sometimes references in law. So I'm like all over the place on my questions. And it goes on there as far as like, one time I'm like, let me ask it what it thinks of me. And I asked ChatGPT, I'd be like, what do you think of me? And it gave me a full response as to, I was like, wow, man.
Yeah, but it was pretty accurate, no, right?
Yeah, and it's pretty accurate too. I'm crazy. Like, damn, this thing knows me, man.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever asked it what it thinks of you?
I feel like I have in the past. Yeah, I had like the same result, like, because after all these chats, like I give it, because I ask it for like everything, advice on stuff, and then I use it to like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. And I think I asked it one day, and what I got back from it, I was like, dang, this thing is like, it's pretty right on to whatever it is that you are as a person, and it just goes. But man, if you guys are not using ChatGPT, man, I don't know what you're doing. Forget Google. I don't even go to Google no more, unless I'm looking for like a review on like a restaurant, and even then, you can ask ChatGPT to give you that too. Yeah, no, definitely the future is definitely geared towards AI.
Yeah.
And even like businesses nowadays, if your business is not using AI, it's not going to be able to compete and it's not going to be able to be competitive in the future.
Yeah. I honestly, one of the things that I tell Eric all the time is like, in the credit repair industry, the size of our business, right? I can't, speak for Lexington Law and them talking about, making $100 million a year, but on our level, nobody in the industry has a software engineer working in the business, because a lot of the people in this industry don't see the benefit of doing that. But I'm looking at this vision for a long time, and I'm trying to see it for a long time. So right now, whenever Eric's saying, if you're not using AI, there's no way you can compete with other businesses that are. But I see that, and he's right on the money on it. And at the same time, if you don't have a person that can tell AI exactly what you want to do, because sometimes as the vision of the business, right? You have a vision, but you need those teammates that are going to help you implement that vision. Because by yourself, brother, I'm telling you guys, if you're trying to do a solo thing, it's almost impossible. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but to reach like the masses is hard. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 5 years already. And just adding every single member of the team, which you guys will get to meet, has made things like, man, day to night almost.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Like when you bring that point up, like delegating tasks, bringing people on, training them to do exactly what you do, and even better.
Yeah.
If you want to scale, that's definitely that's the key. That's the key ingredient. You need to be able to bring on people that can provide.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then one thing that every single member of the team is going to be better at you, and there should be better than at you at their expertise. Like, there's nothing that I could do what Eric does as far as computer science. And then there's some of the members of the team that are focused on customer service that definitely do better than I do. There's other members in the team that other specifics, they do it on a daily basis. They're going to master that craft down to the T, and that's the whole idea behind it. And then if you're a business owner that thinks you can do everything better, you're too young in the business to even think about it. There's no way you can do everything better than the team. If not, you got the wrong team.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's a big pitfall that a lot of people fall into. Thinking I got to do this, I got to do that. this person can't do it as good as me, so I'm gonna do it.
My God.
You're gonna burn out quick.
Oh yeah. On top of burning out, man, there's like I see it, and I've been doing it for 5 years, and my sole focus, and Eric knows this, is like get in here and I'm looking at our process and see how we can make it better. But while I'm working on making things better, I'm always going like, Eric, can we do this as far as this stuff? And it's like a constant back and forth, like, hey, can we do this? And him helping me implement. And then also at the same time, I'm reaching out to the rest of the team, and it's like, hey, based on what you see on a day-to-day, will this work or will it not work? Will it make it better? Will it make it worse? And it's like constant doing that. As what I say, if you're trying to run a business and you think you can do that by yourself, man, good luck.
Yeah, like you said, iteration. There's always room for improvement. And like with the software I build, same thing. Like, you build something out, and then you can always improve. So looking for feedback to how to bring that back and build even better. Yeah.
And then when we're on camera, man, is that I bet you I'll be bugging the crap out of Eric, because I'll be like, hey man, can we do this? And if I'm not in the office, and because we have 2 locations, so if I'm not, his desk is right next to my desk here at the main location, right, the first one. But when I go to the second one and I'm talking to the staff on the second one, I'm like over there. But whenever I'm over there at the other, I usually text them and stuff like that. So I'll be bugging the shit out of them all day, so you guys know.
Yeah, no, but it's all good. Like, definitely whenever he provides like, hey, can we do this? Like, for sure. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. I gotta look into it and see if I can make it happen. So
guys, thank you guys for the first episode, and thank you, Eric, for jumping on. He's been the one working on this podcast, so that's the man that pretty much put this thing together.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see if we can continue to do more of these.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys got a topic you guys want us to touch on, we definitely will. Put it on the comments. See you guys.